everyone, and welcome to Automation Edge. Have you ever been faced with a large spreadsheet and found yourself manually sorting that data, then categorizing it, and then performing different actions for each one? Well, in this video, we'll show you how to automate that entire process using AutomationEdge. We'll build a data messaging workflow in Process Studio, and you will learn how to automatically categorize the data and apply specific actions based on those categories. Let us understand the use case. Meet the HR department at a company called Startech. Like many companies, they keep the list of candidates they have interviewed in a single Excel file. This file contains everything like candidate name, email, education, interview date, and most importantly, their current status, whether they have been selected, rejected, or put on hold. The problem: HR head needs to see this group separately to take the action. So, manually filtering, copying, and pasting this data every day is time consuming and can lead to errors. To tackle this task, our automation workflow follows a clear approach. Step 1. Data segregation. The workflow reads the master file and generates 3 separate output files, one each for selected, rejected, and on hold candidate. Step 2. Custom processing for the selected candidates. So for the group of selected candidates, we'll find out the joining date, which is calculated exactly 10 days after the interview date, and joining day, which identifies the day of week like Monday or Tuesday for the joining date. Before we start building, let's walk through the plan. Our approach is simple and efficient. First, workflow will read the entire master Excel file. Then it will process the data row by row. So for every row, a switch case will check the status based on the choice: selected, rejected, or on hold. The candidate will be routed to the appropriate output flow, and data would be written into separate CSV files for rejected date candidates and for on hold candidates. Now for the selected candidates, we'll go one step further and calculate joining date, which is exactly 10 days after the interview date, and determine the day of week for the joining date. Finally, the complete process data for the selected candidate would be saved into Excel file. With this, it's time to map our logic into action. Let's walk through each step we'll use to build the workflow in Process Studio. To read the candidate data, we'll use Microsoft Excel input step. Next, to separate the data based on the current status, we'll use the switch case step. To save on hold and rejected candidate data, we'll use text file output step. To calculate date and day for the selected candidates, we'll use formula step. And finally, to save the selected candidate data, we will use Microsoft Excel writer step. These are the core steps we'll use to build a workflow. Now let's head to Process Studio and start designing it step by step.